it's like this girl. I mean, like me and you, we ain't rapping tasted since that interview. And that was over 7, 8 years ago type shit. 7 years, you know, and you wasn't who you were then. You was a whole different interview. How old are you, by the way?
32.
32. So you was in your 20s. You know what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, what I'm looking at, and I admire Charleston because as I've been sitting on the bench, you know, on the sideline, he been the only one bringing me to life. Meaning, now he a Fort Worth cat, and I got love in the funk and all that, but when we get to speaking on the culture and music and, you know, just the lifestyle, he been the only one using his platform talking about me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how I look at it is like, okay, let's get the Dumb Chief story out. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get the hula because, you know, at the end of the day, Charleston say he don't fuck with rappers.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't.
I know firsthand.
I heard him. I listened to him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we started already?
Was y'all ready?
Shit. I'm rolling.
Nah,
this shit, her rapping the tape, it ain't mean nothing playing the stage, so it ain't. You know, so at the end of the day, we know we just came to a compilation, and I do understand out of sight, out of mind, meaning. I ain't been outside the world, you know, people, you know, want to talk about me, or want to say something, or want to mention me. So, you know, as I done look how you done progressed and how the city done progressed from 7, 8 years ago, our city won't like this. You know what I mean? Sean Cotton say cheese wasn't, you know, you went from, you know, goddamn me getting it to, you know, free to where boys paying you to get on that shit. Now, I didn't charge you to come see me. Nah, and I know at that time I probably was one of the biggest guys that you even could fuck with just coming from the city. I was that nigga. So at the end of the day, it's like now that it done grew, you know, and it's at a different place, you know, I feel like she done Big Chief hasn't been.
Yeah, that was a classic interview for me. I remember I think he was working out or just
I was on the health shit.
You just left the gym, and then I think we had did the interview outside at the track.
LGP.
Yo, I was happy as hell that day. I ain't gonna cap. I'm like, damn.
What the biggest nigga name in the street?
I'm like, damn, cause I remember everybody in Texas was begging for an interview then, but I could never get it. Like he wasn't reachable. I don't even think he had an Instagram, and if he did, he was never on it. So I don't know how we got in contact with that shit. Right, Gamble, right?
Keo
Gamble.
He already knew that. I wasn't tripping on no interviews or nothing. I was in the streets doing me. So, you know, but he was like, man, say cheese, man, he a cool guy. He co-signed for you, and I was like,
Cause Lady Savage, I think, was he managing Lady Savage at that time?
He probably was. He was locked in with her, but.
Then was that your artist too at that? Oh, all right.
She was just from the West, right? She was just from the West or whatnot, but you know, he co-signed and I was like, shit, cool, let's do it. You know what I mean? And you ask good questions and you know, at the end of the day, I'm pro city. Meaning if they from the city and I can fuck with it, I fuck with it. It's just that don't too many reach out like, you know, at the right time. Everybody reach out, but you reached out at the right time type shit. You know what I'm saying? And if it's the right time, I don't mind. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know, the interview did numbers. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. And as I sit back like with you, I'm like I told you, I'm proud of you. I really like what you done did and how you done stayed down because. You know, when I came out, it wasn't nobody with no camera but G Hood, who's on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like he the one who captured the artists coming to the city and this and that. So to see how the game done elevated and how people done been able to ride that lane and flourish now. Shit, not only is you got the camera, you able to change lives. You know what I'm saying? You able to, you know, put people in different situations.
But on the flip side of that too, I'm thankful for. I don't think Say Cheese would have took off in Houston, because the Houston market is more. Houston's a little bit more bougie. They're a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? They're a little bit. The scene out there is a little bit more established. Houston.
Right. They don't need you.
They don't
feel like they need you
because of the rapper lots and
the success.
the success with Swisher House.
Right.
The party, their nightlife is more popping.
And they got a well chronological rap.
Yeah, but they don't have their media. If you look at their media compared to Dallas, Dallas has way more blogs.
We got the media.
Way more blogs. I don't know if it's because the inspiration to say, I don't know what, but Dallas
has a bigger national known blogs.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm to get back to my point. I'm thankful for all the Dallas artists that the DFW artists from Fort Worth to Dallas because that shit helped say cheese out. That made Houston reach out in Oklahoma to Louisiana to Baton Rouge and then me traveling to them places. So, I thank y'all for that, and I don't think it would have anywhere else from Philly, Houston, anywhere else, I don't think Say Cheese would have took off. I told my mom that the other day, I think, us moving to the DFW really, let me take off my shit.
Yeah, man.
Now, why you say that? Think about this. What do you think you did different? What did you do different?
Cause shit, growing up, it was a lot of not even peer pressure. Cause I hooped a lot. I played basketball. It was cold, scholarships, but it was a lot of peer pressure around that time. A lot of my friends was, I'm East Arlington, 5 minutes away from Dalworth. You know what I mean?
So you East
Arlington, one of the worst. One of the worst zip codes.
Yeah, I grew up in East Arlington.
Yeah, that's Sam Houston area.
Yeah, it's right next door to Dalworth. So you got Dalworth kids going to Sam Houston. Yeah, fighting them every day.
They went to Carter
Hut. Then you 5 minutes. You 10 minutes away from Fort Worth. You 20. Not even 15 minutes away from West Dallas. You know what I mean? So you in the gap. Every weekend you got. Arlington was the hub for parties for me growing up. You had Venice Beach, you had the stadium. Right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Teen World. Yeah. All the kids went to the Parks Mall. Yeah. So
you know what? Dallas and Fort Worth didn't have that.
Yeah, and they had to go to Six Flags growing up. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of peer pressure for me growing up, and I had a father. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go to the streets to look for love. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hung around some crazy niggas, but I never went that way. When they went to go meet up to fight the niggas, I was meeting up with the females. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's what I did differently. Like growing up, I was really I was in MySpace real heavy. I don't know if y'all remember MySpace, but
I'm MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. MySpace. That's how I really got popping. Basketball and MySpace.
So listen.
And then by me staying on the internet, I never left the internet alone. I started making my first $100 because this girl in Arizona, I've never been to Arizona to this day. This girl in Arizona, she liked me on MySpace, but she was a graphic designer, right? She used to edit my pictures, my profile pictures, and she never charged me, but everybody wanted their pictures like mine. Yeah. So people was like, how can I get my profile picture like yours? I'm like, shit, pay me $100. And she was doing it for free. So I'm saying? So every day I'm coming home from school. Back then you couldn't get on the phone to get on the internet. You had to go on a real computer. Right. So I was sneaking my dad's room. He would be fresh off work. I'd sneak in my dad's room to get on the computer. And I'll send her like 3 a day. And she'll send me like $300. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll charge them $300 and I'll have her do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just finessing.
So how you go from playing sports to picking up a camera? What gave you the idea to let me grab this camera and interview? Because
everybody thought I was going to the NBA. I was good.
Oh, you that cold?
No, I was told, ask around. Like people knew.
Yeah, somebody told me you were.
Yeah, I was the only Arlington because niggas didn't respect Arlington growing up. Yeah. Y'all from Fort Worth.
You still got to show me.
So I would hoop, man, come on, we can go. No, but on the real tip though, I was the only young nigga in my grade to play for the Dallas Mustangs. If you know AAU basketball, Dallas Mustangs were real respected in the mid-2000s. So, boom, and then I would play at the MLK Center off Truman. Stop 6. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, all them Dunbar niggas in Eastwood, they used to go to Eastern Hills, they know me. So that's how I gained my respect. You know, from the hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, that nigga cotton cold, bro. Like, and I used to hoop with them. So, to get to your question, everybody thought I was going to the league, but I didn't go to the league because I fell in love with the internet. So I stopped playing basketball. I started meeting girls on MySpace, making money on MySpace. I'm like, damn, this is what you can get on the internet? So I left basketball alone. I quit my junior year. And then,
So listen, everybody thought you were crazy at the time.
yeah, my dad was like, what? He used to get mad when I get on the computer because he didn't understand it. He thought I was wasting my life.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you not outside playing basketball no more. What the fuck? You on the computer? So my dad was the supervisor at GameStop Warehouse in Grapevine. He hired all my friends from school. He hired everybody. Everybody, all them young niggas who was hooping and trying to make money or street niggas I was around, he would give them a job. Yeah. So on some real shit, he would give them a job to get out the streets. Yeah. So when I graduated, I went to work with him at GameStop. But everybody would ask me like, why ain't you in college? Why? And I used to lie and tell them I was going to UTA, but I never went to UTA. But 10 years ago, if you didn't go to college, you was a bum. You was a failure. Yeah. You know, it ain't like now where you could be an entrepreneur. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you didn't go to college after high school.
Yeah, it ain't like that no more though. You can graduate high school or drop out of high school and make $1 million. So I used to lie and say I was in college.
I taught my son was dropping out like in the 7th grade.
And getting the trade?
He dropped out for like 3 weeks. Yeah, I wanted to be a dumb mechanic to work on cars. Yeah, my mama didn't change him. He every day got that.
Hey man, I make good money working on cars.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
I work on diesels too. So
okay, yeah. So listen, man, I know a lot of people during that time wasted their life on the internet though. Bullshit.
Yep, I did too.
Yeah.
Because
download music, looking at this shit, they bullshit. They waste their whole. It was like playing a video game. They get them on a computer all day long.
Yep. But like I said, when I met the girl from Arizona, and I'm 16, 17 at the time, making money. I'm talking $200-300 a day. She not charging me to edit these pictures, and I'm sending them off. I'm like, if I can make $500-600 a week, I can make $3 million. I know I can somehow. So I start working for
You haven't even thought you're 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know what?
My first job was it.
Let me tell you why that's crazy, because they're just a newer generation. See, they came up watching our generation. So with our generation speeding the world up a little bit more, they grew up in a speeded up world. So the way they thinking is gonna be way more faster than how we thinking. They coming in the MySpace in the digital era. So you got some people who just got that it factor. They like shit. They seeing this shit way before other people.
Bro,
I feel dumb. Hey, listen, cause I used to talk bad about MySpace and everything about the internet,
Yeah, I was on MySpace.
I ain't know nothing about it. I used to hear about that fuck with that MySpace shit. Nigga, that's the pervert site. That's how nigga dating site. That's what I thought it was on. But nigga didn't know.
That's how Soulja Boy blew up.
That's exactly.
Yeah. He used to it used to be like a T.I. song or a Young Jeezy song or whatever that was popular at the time. He would erase their name and he would change the song and have Soulja Boy on the song.
Okay.
So you think you about to listen to a T.I. song, but Soulja Boy music come on?
Nah, he would put his song, his
name. Yeah, he would put his name on their music. My bad.
See, look what he's saying. They was thinking so far.
He was clickbait.
They was thinking so far ahead of us.
That's a kid mind though. That's a kid mind.
But it's a kid mind. But
the internet is a toy. At this time, it's a toy.
It's a toy. It's still a toy.
But it's like how many kids that really thought like you though? See, that's the separation.
That's that game, man.
So
exactly.
Nah, that's
trying to get a break on.
I'm saying, like, you got some kids who, like me, I was already chasing my dream when I was in elementary and high school. I told my teacher when I graduate, I ain't going to school no more. I'm gonna be a rapper. But you got some people who need to go to college, go to figure out what they want to be. With me, I already wanted to be like Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson. So with that being said, I was always chasing that. You know what I'm talking about? I was already like, shit, I want to live an extravagant kind of life. So shit, let me goddamn me gonna make my mind up now and
See,
get
y'all,
some
yeah,
money.
see, it's good y'all sitting over there on that couch. See, y'all unicorns. Y'all ain't the average kids, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
No, when everybody was going right, y'all going left.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So, whatever environment y'all had that provided y'all that opportunity to do that, man, most of us, it wasn't appealing to sit in front of a computer.
Nope.
Not for black kids.
Mm-hmm.
No, not. And then, nigga, who knew back then in my space that you could make money off that motherfucker? The motherfucker telling you to get up and go get a job. Man, get up, cut that goddamn computer off. They hiring at that warehouse up there, nigga. Matter of fact, they getting free forklift tests to up. Man, they wasn't encouraging you to find your dream.
I didn't like to be told what to do.
But now both of y'all coming from a different era, right?
Right.
You had your mindset. Now, but you got an opportunity to see his era.
Yeah.
Right? You got this opportunity to see his era. Now you got an opportunity to see the new era, right? With what you know and how you done elevated from MySpace to Mr. Say Cheese, right? And being in this era, what do you think was his major downfall of not being able to break?
To translate to the internet era?
To break the, you know, well I'm gonna say to break the hip hop culture down. He was hot in Europe.
In the internet era.
In the internet era.
I feel like, damn, I can't call you Big Chief no more, right? Don Chief?
I'm still Big Chief.
You just said you was Don Chief.
But Don Chief is just who I am.
Oh, that's the new. Oh, okay.
You know, you can't be Lil Wayne forever. That's why you go by.
Nah, I feel you. I was just
you know, yeah.
I felt like Big Chief, Don Chief. I felt like he tried to stay too true to the times. You know what I mean? It's niggas right now that still passing out CDs.
Huh.
When's the last time you listened to a CD?
See, I can't remember. The last CD I listened to was his. That's crazy.
Big Chief?
He was the
You
last.
still sell CDs? That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you because
Y'all got a CD players in your car?
Mm-hmm. I do.
No,
I still do.
He 19.
Some cars don't even come with CDs.
So, but I understand like some cars don't. So with me, I'ma always think different. I'm okay with the transition because I sell hard drive, $200 with the whole catalog on it.
Yeah, no.
But
that's
I do
hard.
know it's some people that still out here and dump.
Yeah, no.
Everybody ain't gonna get the new joint. They
Yeah,
gonna
no.
push through.
It's still a market for the CDs and stuff like that.
So
but,
I'm just gonna keep my core together.
but I do feel like it was like a 3-year gap where we didn't see no Don Chief at all. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. No, you totally right.
you know what I'm saying? That's just
So at the end of the day, and that's where I say with me being out of sight, out of
like
mind.
you'll be gone for 3 years, then come back.
Nah, you
leave
totally
for a year,
right.
then
You totally
come
right.
back,
You
then
totally
leave.
right. You totally
You know what I
right. I mean, and what it was just this here, man. When y'all was starting to surface, it was time for me to go in. At the end of the day, I the one who created what it is y'all was able to build on top of. So with that being said, I was just, it was just time for me to go and go through my real life situation. You know what I'm saying? So you right, I was gone. So but when I did leave, I made sure that I fucked with everybody.
Yeah.
All the young bulls, I fucked with them. People may ask, why Chief don't mess with, I ain't never heard Chief with none one of the youngsters, but
That's not trying to cut you out, but that's something what you can speak with Sean Cotton about. Because Sean Cotton had the opportunity to interview all of the young bulls, right? So it's like, why during the interviewing process, it never came up. Everywhere you go, you hear, when you ask an artist, you ask them about the artist that came before them. Everywhere they do it, right?
Yeah.
Why they don't do it here?
They
Why
do.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this.
They compare them all three.
Nah, No,
They compare him to Mo3.
So I'm gonna ask you this here.
Okay.
So I'm glad I've been needing to get you in front because, as you say, now I met you 7-8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You just said my interview was one of the interviews at that time that was groovy for you.
Yeah.
So what I look at while I was sitting on the bench and as I was seeing everything flourish, I seen y'all interviewing. I seen you interviewing all the young bulls, and I seen how the channel was going and growing, and with the culture of hip hop being influential, and we started having success, meaning street success, because you understand Dallas used to be known as the boogie city.
Yeah.
But this era grew up on some street shit, and it ain't nothing been nothing but one street nigga, and that was me. So with that being said, with the culture blowing up in the lane that I created, why I never heard y'all talk about me? Why I never heard y'all even mention the nigga who created this shit, where it made it cool for these young niggas and y'all, because it ain't no boogie, take the boogie out. We talking about the streets.
Why y'all never do music together?
So we have done music together.
Who?
I got songs with Yellow. I let Trap and Mo and Yellow open up on a car show.
I remember that.
Now they were finna be the Eat Greedy Boys. So, you know,
I didn't know that.
like, but now I don't understand why they don't speak on that. It never spoke on that. But now this shit was way before this. At the end of the day, it's more or less. That's why I kind of feel like maybe if I stayed outside, I probably could have helped stir it in a different way because I was there before them egos was there.
But you gotta understand, it's out of sight, out of mind. Like so much shit going on the internet that you gotta understand that the city didn't forget about you though.
How can I be out of sight, out of mind when one of the faces was riding the wave that I created?
Who's one of the faces?
Mo. Now Mo was on the Hold Your Tongue. That was cheap. Yellow was on the trap and the trap and design and getting on the That's On Me and Trap was just grinding, but like I wasn't left out because one of the reasons that y'all heard that first million was because of that Hold Your Tongue. That's what y'all were harping on, right? Wrong with your boss.
Yeah.
Nah, that was me.
But
So even with that being said, you had a platform. You never even reached out. You knew that was my song. You knew that was some shit that blew up in 2002. But shit, nobody spoke on that. Nobody even said nothing.
But what was it to say though? Like at that time, y'all got a record going. Wait, whoa. Wasn't you on Dallas vs. Everybody? You wasn't on Dallas vs. Everybody? With the record I put together? Yes, you was. Hold on, let me look it up. What's the name of this podcast?
Eat Greedy TV.
Okay. Well, let me see.
Nah, I wasn't on that.
You was on it, dog.
I wasn't probably even accessible.
But I think what I'm listening to though, man, is like I feel like this is one of the most. This is what needs to be talked about, right? And who else to talk about it with? Go ahead.
Intro. Somebody asked
But
me.
you on there though, like.
Nah, hell nah, that's not.
You on there though, right?
See,
Come on, man. He nitpicking now. Come on.
I mean, see, that's like some.
That's like you paying homage to the new wave.
I mean, at the end of the day, I probably forgot, but that's just the intro. I didn't never heard that.
But that
just let you know how much.
But I remember.
But
I remember. Me and DJ Frosty did it. I said nah.
Cause I did it.
But who told Frosty to reach out though to you? It was me. I said we gotta get Chief on it.
I couldn't even.
Come on, man. But I'm glad I had to pull out the receipts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you said, I think you talking about rap.
Is Dallas versus Everybody?
It's a song I had put together with all the artists. Mo3 was on it. Lady Savage.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about rapping.
Puka Leroy. It was like 10 artists. A lot of people was mad because they was left off at the time. Yellow and Trap Boy wasn't on it. Yeah, I'm the one that wanted you to get on it.
I got on it for you though.
But this was just proof that I didn't forget about you. I did think about you when it was time for shit to happen. You know what I mean? This was when you were still relevant at the time and you didn't go away yet. I had you speaking before the record, man. I rest my case, man. Thank you.
I just heard that. See, but hey, I can't even say because I done had so much shit going on.
I do feel like the city of Dallas should pay you more homage, yes, but then 50% of that is your fault too. Like you gotta give people.
Give me 50. I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna take some, but I can't give you 50. Because the real, I'm gonna tell you why I can't give you 50 for one is because the city riding the lane that I created now. That alone I should speak. It ain't no tongue, no tuck, no the road. Like we riding the street lane now.
But your name still comes up in barbershop talk.
I mean, that's that core. Nah, we talking about on the people who got the platform because the world need to know that this is what you just said. Like, shit, I mean, I want you to tell them what you, like, how you got up on me. Like this here. How did you get up on Chief? What you think about Chief? How long you been here?
Long time.
So, do you know me?
Yeah.
Before, like, do you not?
Even before Say Cheese.
You know about me?
Before Say Cheese, I know about you.
What do you know about me?
I can't say it on camera. I can't say it on camera.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I live a different life. You from a whole nother East Arlington. I would look at that. That's like suburban. What the fuck?
It's not.
But listen, this is me. This is a street nigga talking who come from the project.
Okay.
So you saying you know of me? I want to hear what an East Arlington nigga know of me.
I hear street shit.
Let me hear it.
I'm not about to say that on camera.
Nah, you good. Listen, I ain't in no street shit, man. I get paid. I pay taxes.
That you was a hustler back in the day.
And okay, now you just talking street shit, music wise. See, we go disregard the street shit because that's a whole story. You couldn't do nothing but just tell me what somebody said anyway. Now on the streets, what I mean on the music. We talking about the music. How long you been here? I want to know how long you been here though.
I know that you sold thousands of records.
But not from what I told you. We had
No. You didn't tell me that. I heard that before even Say Cheese was about. I mean, really, that's it. Like a lot of shit I'm not gonna say on camera though.
No,
I'm not gonna say none of that on camera.
We just talking music. We talking music. I ain't even talking about the streets.
I know about the Rolls Royces and shit.
Okay.
I know about a lot of that. Like,
okay, so to me, you sound like I was just a myth.
Nah, it wasn't.
I was a myth to you in a sense.
To me,
yeah, I was a myth.
Because I never seen it. I never physically seen it.
So okay, what have you heard about me?
I just told you.
That
you was a hustler. I just told you that. I didn't physically see it. I'm telling you what I heard.
I'm kind of starting to understand. I'm getting it now. Because, like...
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay.
But I've been rapping since 96, 97, 98. I come from the Pimpster era. So I'm asking you how long you been here because I had a...
I moved here like...
If you came after 2010...
No. I was here before that, man. I'm with the Hutch. I came here like 96, 97.
96. So you grew up in East Arlington,
yeah.
but you primarily grew up there.
I was everywhere, yeah.
You primarily in
Arlington, yeah.
So I'm not gonna even expect you to really know too much about me. So that's why I'm asking what you heard about me because I get a sense of why y'all really just never really fuck with me. Like y'all don't like.
It's not that. You thinking too deep into it. Why the blogs? You gotta understand that we know a Big Chief from the Dallas Globals to all the Dallas, to all the Dallas outlets. We know about you, but you don't give us the content to post you on a day to day. You gotta understand, our audience are kids, bro. So yeah, we can say Big Chief that, but okay, after one or two posts, who cares? You gotta give us shit going on today, bro.
That's why I told you smoking real.
I'm keeping it real. Remember, even if I knew you, if you was my best friend, what am I gonna tell these kids? Yeah. After a while, these kids gonna be like, so what? We got little babies doing that now. 21 Savage, Young Thugs doing that now, and I respect everything you did.
But you should stay consistent.
Yeah, my job is to tell people what's going on now, bro. Not 97. Okay. And I respect everything that went on before me. This ain't no disrespect. Yeah. I shout out OGs all the time in every city, from Detroit to the Bay, to Oakland, to Dallas. It don't matter. But it's just like, bro, like I said from the beginning, you left for 3-4 years and we had no content. What do you want us to post, bro?
I can agree with that one.
What do you want? If this was 97, you'd be on.
So-
Hold on, wait. If this was 97, you'd be on St. Cheese Poppy every day in the Rolls Royce with 100 grand, 200
See,
grand.
I thought you nigga 97, nigga. I was still in. I was high school, but what I speak on.
No, I'm saying you said 97.
I say I've been rapping. I've been
Okay,
doing music.
that's what yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You probably would be on the blogs then if the blogs was around. That's what I'm saying. Even if you didn't blog.
So check this out. I know I would have broke the internet if it was my time. At the end of the day, I just lived a different lifestyle. So the lifestyle that you guys is eating off of was something as a real street cat. That was kind of frowned upon. We wasn't trying to show, even though it's like this. I never was loud and boisterous. It's just my lifestyle always been kind of loud. So when the internet time came and it was time for what you do, I understood at that time boys was out there incriminating themselves. Mm-hmm. Boys was out there trying to do likes, and I was like, I would never compromise myself like that because I come from a different era. At the end of the day, because what you see is what you get, is no facade. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them boys there wasn't living no facade, but they didn't give a curl or give a damn about letting the world see it or letting y'all post it because they wanted the likes, they wanted the attention. And look what it did, it costed a lot of them boys. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, with me coming from a whole different era and a whole different lifestyle at a different time, I was gonna think twice because you understand, I was real before the digital era started, so I saw all the tweet, the MySpace, the Twitter. I saw the progression. I just never chose to deal with it because it was just like shit. You know, I'm eating from the streets. I ain't gotta do that on social media shit. Yeah. So I get the point in the aspect of you like a radio station. Yeah. You can't just stick and harp on the radio station is looking for the next hit.
But so when I speak, let's do what I found out. All the music, everybody that's involved in the music, except the executives, watch their platform. They discover talent that the A&Rs can't find.
Yeah. Right. I just got a call from the VP from Capital, like doing $1 million joint venture. That's all shit I post.
I've never had an issue with you, because at the end of the day, I understand the business. Yeah. When I would speak on, it would be more or less in a sense of like shit, you know, when y'all mentioning Dallas Fort Worth.
But that's why I mentioned the record, because when I did the Dallas vs. Everybody record, and I know you keep saying what you about to say, you wasn't on the record, I reached out to Frosty to get you on the record because of the shit that you saying. You are OG, you are an empire, you know what I mean? You are an innovator. So that's why I put you on the record. So everything you saying is the proof that this record came out almost 10 years ago, bro. And I had to reach out to you. You can't be mad at these outlets and these people who are calling shots because you went away, and when you came back, it was a different time. You can't point fingers at nobody. It just, the times changed. You know what I mean?
Okay, I could respect that, but then what I can't respect is when I reach out to you, you don't treat me like you treated me 7-8 years ago.
I don't remember when you reach out.
Nigga, I done had plenty of time, plenty numbers on you, plenty times, and I'm like, shit, homie acting like he forgot. Nah, that same little cat. Nah, and I'm a cat with pride too. Nah, like
but do you have receipts though? See, I got receipts about that song though.
But at the end of the day, that's a cool receipt. But that was like some because I fucked it with Frosty.
You can't disrespect
I fucked it with Frosty.
But I told Frosty to reach out to you.
I don't know who I fucked it with Frosty. At the end of the day. So with me knowing Frosty a DJ, I was willing to do whatever. It wasn't nothing but an intro, so I'm like, shit, I fuck with it. At the end of the day, so it wasn't no problem. But I'm talking about this just I know I done reached out to you, and I be like, damn, buddy, acting real. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the first time we reached out and we talked is when you first did that list about when you first started the hottest, the top what you call it cities, and we had our little fiasco about that. Damn. You know what I mean?
What year was that? Like 15? No, this was like 16.
Cause it was right before I went into my little hibernation.
I remember
you know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
You know, so like my shit went in 2016. You know, after 26, anything before then, if you weren't fucking with me, you were just not fucking with me. So, you know, when I did go inside, it was
what number did I have you on that list?
It was something low, but honestly, a nigga misread how you put it. Like it was a whole different thing. And then you gave me the same thing. You like, gee, we gotta play the game. Woo. But you was like at that time, like we was working currently at that time. It wasn't of all time. Or
Yeah, it wasn't all
so,
time.
you know, nigga just looked at
Where
it.
you at all time?
I'm finna give you the God honest truth. I'm top, I'm number one.
In Dallas?
Because I'm here through every generation. I'm here through I've lasted the whole, since the Run C days.